first thing we need to talk about is Vinnie's power and facility. No one will be surprised that one of the things that makes Vinnie Vinnie is his command of the instrument and his ability to play, well, anything really fast. Whether it's soloing over insane figures with Herbie Hancock live, playing advanced fusion music at the Modern Drummer Festival, performing with the Buddy Rich Big Band, or just warming up before sound check. You'll quickly realize that this man has virtually no limit to the power and speed at his command. Even though Vinnie doesn't use this power and speed on every gig, he has certainly made a name for himself that he's the player you can throw literally anything at and he'll play it, which is a huge reason why he's played with some of the most musically demanding and diverse artists out there. Vinnie is a timing wizard. Sure, he's got power, sure, he's got speed, but he's also mastered just about everything under the heading of timing that's out there. Metric modulation, odd time signatures, beat displacement. He's done a little bit of all of it throughout his career. 7 Days with Sting features an iconic groove in 5. Keep It Greasy with Frank Zappa off the legendary Joe's Garage album has an insane 1916 drum beat. And Attack of the 20-Pound Pizza, I'm Tweaked, features some metric modulation that will throw anyone's ear. Here, listen to this, I played it for you. There are few drummers out there that can keep up with the complex timing demands of someone like Frank Zappa and do it musically, but Vinnie's one of those guys. He has the ability to play through some of the most complex metric puzzles and make it sound easy and musical. Which brings me to my next point. His ability to normalize odd times. What impresses me even more is his ability to play these odd time signatures and odd grooves and somehow normalize them so that they feel and sound good to me, or at least less jarring and odd than they really are. Some examples would be, again, going back to 7 Days with Sting, or maybe this set at the Baked Potato. New Blues, Old Brews is a very windy 15/8 tune, and he makes it feel more or less like 12/8. We can't get out of this without talking about his consistency of sound. One of the most important characteristics of an in-demand musician is their ability to sound consistent. No matter the crappy gear, the monitoring situation, the amount of prep you've had, you can show up and you can sound like a pro. Vinnie does this every time. Listen to his cross-stick sound in Cantaloupe Island with Brian Bomberg, Johnny Swing from Charisma at about the 232 mark, and then 7 Days with Sting. You can tell from the very first cross-stick, it's Vinnie. These songs were recorded in different genres, decades apart, different sticks, different drums, different mics, different situations, and yet Vinnie's sound remains the same. And if his cross-stick sound is that consistent, you can bet he's spent even more time getting a consistent sound across the drum set. And this next point is pretty obvious to anybody that's listened to Vinnie. He's a musical chameleon. We've talked about how insane his chops are and how he can play anything no matter how metrically complex. Just like his ability to normalize any odd time signature, even in pop songs, his ability to blend into any musical genre is what's made him and it's what's kept him as one of the most in-demand drummers out there. We've talked about his impressive and somewhat mind-bending drummer with artists like Frank Zappa, Sting, Herbie Hancock, and others. But he's also able to dial that back back and just play a simple swing pattern on the hi-hat on a song like Jingle Bells by Michael Bublé on his album Christmas. Make a simple brush groove feel great on a song like Baby Grand by Billy Joel and Ray Charles. Or play a super basic groove on a song like Deep Water by Jewel. As a session drummer or a touring drummer, there are many times artists will hire you and want you to show up and do your thing. And Vinnie has been hired a lot to show up and do his in-your-face acrobatic drumming that he does. And might I say, it's always musical. But Vinnie has been hired just as much, if not more, to show up, blend into the background with the genre of music that's being put in front of him, and be the backbone that the band needs, and nothing else. And again, no matter what the situation, he's always so musical in his approach, and that's the key to what Vinnie does. And this next one, well, it seems obvious to me. He's a master of the drumming universe. After hearing everything that we've talked about, it shouldn't surprise you that Vinnie has won 10 times the best overall drummer in the Modern Drummer Readers Poll. He is truly a once-in-a-generation type of drummer that is a master at every facet of music and drumming. Now let me just say, no drummer can truly be a master at everything, but when it comes to Vinnie, he seems to have way more strengths than weaknesses compared to any other drummer on the planet. And examples of his mastery, well, I'll leave that up to you. If you need more examples from me than I've already given, I don't know what to tell you. Be sure to check out this video in this series where we break out session drumming great Jeff Beck and talk about why his drumming is so hard.